It's the EP Podcast. Evergreen Park.
We are traveling to Southeast Elementary School today, and we're going to check out the Evergreen Park Youth Department as we never have before. Paisha Allen will be giving us a tour of some of their facilities and showing off some of the programs available each and every day with the youth department. Our first guest on this episode of the EP Podcast brought to you by Porter Cullen's, who offers traditional Irish cuisine, including the legendary corned beef egg rolls, the Guinness battered fish and chips, along with an ongoing rotation of homemade daily soups, weekly sandwiches and salad specials, monthly food and drink pairings, from fresh fish tacos to mushroom ravioli and everything in between. Porter Cullen's has you covered at 99th and Clifton Park. See everything they have to offer at portercullens.com. And away we go. 30 minutes of good right here on the EP Podcast. EP Podcast with a visit to Southeast School here in Evergreen Park. I'm excited about this. I think I've been in the building once. I got a tour one time from Superintendent Woodland, and I got to take a look around maybe about a year or so ago, but I've never got to really come in here and meet the people here. And I want to introduce the principal. It's been 5 years, right, Haley Vermeer?
Fifth year. Thanks for coming in. So what did Dr. Woodland have you in here for?
Well, I was part of that whole group that was trying to figure out what we were going to do with all the schools.
Got it. So when you came to Southeast, were you like, this is the best looking school at least?
Literally, that's what I said.
Okay, exactly. That's what everyone says when they come to Southeast. We do have the best building in the district, also the best gym, also the best teachers, students, everything ultimately is at Southeast.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I don't want anybody else to hear this, and unfortunately, it's on a podcast. But yes, of course, Southeast is the best school in all the land, and I would never say that if I was interviewing somebody else from another school. Trust me.
I don't believe that. However, when I first got this job and I drove down here and I saw this school, I was like, oh my God, what is this? So yeah, it has met all those expectations. Like, I really couldn't be happier to be the principal here at Southeast. Super proud of our teachers, our students, and our families are just super supportive.
So you mentioned that you get the job, you come here,
yeah.
You've been here now for 5 years. So a lot of times I'll meet somebody when they first get into the school, but you've been here for a while. So you've been able to walk in, see what was working, make a couple of changes. What are you most proud of over the last 5 years?
Wow, that's a good question. When we look at, I think just the culture and community, I feel like it's a place where teachers are here to support one another, all hands on deck in supporting students. I came in post-COVID, so then to have to get our families and back into the school for events, I think that overall culture and community is probably what I'm most proud of. And I wouldn't say I definitely don't take all the credit for that. It has been a community of support that has kind of got us back to where we are right now. And I think our data kind of aligns with that. So when we look at all of our major data points, we've seen just continual improvement for the last couple of years.
And it's an interesting school district. I brought it up before on the podcast. You have 5 schools sitting within this district, but in a very small area. I always talk about all the quadrants, we joke at the beginning about it. It's not really a joke. It is, of course, the best. But we kind of make that comment at the beginning because there's always a healthy competition, between all the different quadrants and things like that. And what does it feel like to be part of this district? How do you feel your needs get met? Are you happy with when you turn around, you look at the district as a whole and say, we need a little bit more here, we need this, we need that?
Yeah, for sure. I really have loved working with Dr. Woodland. I feel like she's very responsive to our needs. She looks at the needs of each building and really is able to prioritize resources. And I think that, the people in this building would say that we've had what we've needed to be successful.
So what are we working on? I see you got a list here in front of me. So what are we working on here? Before we introduce these fine people here to my left, what are we working on here at Southeast right now?
Good question. We've been, it's been an ongoing work in terms of we implemented new ELA and math curriculum in the last few years. SEL is a focus this year. We're really looking at high quality tier 1 instruction in our classrooms. So we've been giving feedback on, student engagement, student ownership, to teachers in terms of their lessons. Also, we're really tried to focus in on small groups within our classroom. So again, a lot of the focus is on high quality tier 1 instruction, but along with that, we also are focused on the SEL needs of our students. So we've done some work this year in terms of our second step and our social emotional learning. And then I think another just focus here has just been that community partnership and parent partnership, continuing to have events where, parents and students feel welcome to come back to the school in the evening and feel like they're part of that community.
I've interviewed enough people now in this district. I'm starting to pick up all the acronyms. So ELA is English Language Arts. So for old people who just used to take English, that's a whole different name for it. SEL is social emotional learning.
Good job.
Yes. And what is that? What exactly is that, in case somebody doesn't know what that is?
So it's really looking at providing skills for students to have social interactions and be able to manage their emotions. So it looks like, we have lessons through our second step curriculum that are weekly lessons, but it's really about all day, every day, incorporating, modeling lessons like that to students, talking, working, having those conversations with students if they do make a mistake or if they, are feeling strong emotions, how do you manage those emotions? So it's really a constant focus area of how do we support students with their social and emotional needs and giving them the skills they need to be successful in managing those.
Awesome. Introduce me to these folks over here to the left of me. One is a teacher, I believe. This one here is the teacher, right? And then this is the student over here.
He is a teacher. So I have Christian Lane. He's a 5th grader here at Southeast. He's been here since kindergarten. Has a little sister here as well in 1st grade. Student leader. He's president of the student council. He's on the basketball team. He's been involved in numerous activities at Southeast. I'm super proud of him. Just a leader amongst the students here. I also have Tiffany Lorenz. She's a 3rd grade teacher. I think one of the things special about Evergreen Park is that our teachers live here, and Tiffany lives here in the community. So she has a very, long commute to work, but she's invested in not only the community, but our school. And I think that says a lot about some of our teachers that are committed to living here as well. But Tiffany is also a leader of our podcast club, which is really why I invited her, podcast club, to be on the podcast. But also she leads our PBIS, which is a huge, which is positive behavior incentive supports. Did I say that?
I didn't know what that was, so I'm glad you explained that.
No, it's okay. Intervention and supports. So her and Diana Guzman, 4th grade teacher, have led our PBIS, which involves, she'll talk a little bit more about that, but it again focuses on positive behavior.
All right. Well, she's the leader of the podcast club, so I figure she can handle the microphone. Tell me a little bit about you. You did the podcast club for a couple of years, and what did you guys learn in the podcast club, or what did you teach the kids in that?
Okay, so we started the podcast club 2 years ago, and it consists of 4th and 5th graders. We had about 20 to 25 kids the last 2 years, switched places, okay. Some fell off, some joined. And then during podcast club, typically what we would do is we would, introduce what a podcast was the first session. We talk about expectation. And then from there on out, they would be expected to write and plan scripts. And then we would record the scripts. And then these scripts typically would focus on our school-wide expectations, which leads back to the PBIS part of it. So PBIS stands for Positive Behavior Intervention and Support, and it's just like a framework that helps kids be successful in school with their academics, with their behavior.
When I went to grammar school, I went to St. Denis Grammar School, Catholic grammar school, 80s. They enforced they gave you positive support with a ruler. So this sounds a lot nicer.
Yeah, it is a lot nicer.
It sounds a lot nicer than just sitting at the desk and you're screwing around and somebody whaps you on the hand. This sounds a lot nicer.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
They earn we have something here called Eagles Cash. So if they're following expectations, they earn Eagles Cash.
This is so different from when I was younger.
Yes, we have quarterly assemblies where they get to win prizes, and then they cash their Eagles Cash in within their classrooms too for different things. So
awesome. And Christian, from what I understand, was in the podcast club. Were you?
Yes, I was.
Yeah. What did you do a lot of plan? I don't plan this at all. So that I think that's maybe I need to join the club because I don't script a thing. I just kind of wing it. She's making you write stuff out in advance.
Yeah, we would do it on the computer and write scripts.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, 10 years in radio, 10 years podcast. I've never written a script in my entire life. I'm doing it wrong. I you know what? I might have you help me out with the EP podcast a little bit. And basketball, you're first of all, you're a fifth grader, correct?
Yes, I am.
All right, yeah, and we were talking earlier that my son's on a team that you're probably going to run into in the playoffs, and so you might get a little head-to-head with my fifth grader. What do you like most about Southeast? Is it the sports? Is it the clubs? Is it the teachers? I mean, you could say teachers right now, and you'd probably score some brownie points.
I think it's like the environment and community. That's about it. I really love how teachers, friends, really show like their character, and it's really a nice environment. Also with sports too, the community is great, everything is in order. Also I love this new thing that's going on with mentors, so we get to help like the little kids.
Oh yeah, tell me about this. So now you're fifth grade. Next year you got to go to the bigger school. I'm sure you're already thinking about that. But you're fifth grade, so you have the younger kids, the kindergartners, the first graders. I think I heard your sister's down in the first grade. So you will still do things with the younger kids and kind of work with them.
Yeah.
What do you do?
We help them like get in order. So like if it's indoor recess, we help them like play with them. Help them if they need things. Outdoor recess, make sure nobody's getting hurt. Lunch and stuff. Like
you're all kind of like big brothers, all the younger kids. Big brothers and big sisters of the younger kids, even if it's not just your sister.
Yeah, it makes it feel like that, like that type of environment.
That's awesome. All right, so you're also student government. So do you make the rules around here? Like when there's something you don't agree with, do you go to your principal and be like, look, I'm in student government. We're going to have to make some changes?
Yeah, sometimes.
We do have, I meet with the student council leaders on a monthly basis. So we check in. They'll give me a little, check in on the school, how things are going. I'll ask them some questions of like, what do they think of the last assembly? Do they have any feedback? We have our Valentine's Day dance coming up. So I try to value that student voice. And Christian has a lot of thoughts. So it's great to hear, what they have to say about the school as well.
What do the kids talk about most in the podcast club? I'm curious about this because I've taught a couple of podcasting classes. And I know what adults want to talk about on their podcast, and some of it's a little weird, but I'm curious what the kids want to talk about on their podcast.
So we use the podcast, like I said, to kind of reinforce some of those school-wide expectations. So That's the main framework of it. But then they also like to, we include current events and, what the popular, language or lingo is at the time. They like to throw that in there. And I think that just makes it more unique, and it brings their character into it.
Is there a lot of kids in the microphone suddenly saying 6 or 7 and then everybody goes 6, 7 like this? Is that still cool, Christian, or is that over yet?
It's over.
Yes. Yes, it's over.
We should have left it in 2025.
You heard it here first, Evergreen Park. The long national nightmare of 6, 7 is over, as Christian has pointed out. And look how excited his teacher and his principal are that he's declared it over right here on the EP podcast, which is in mid-January. It's done, it's dead, it's over. Okay, so what are you looking to do? What are you most excited to do here in the last couple of months that you're at Southeast? I mean, you've been here now for a couple of years. What is it? Is it win a basketball championship? Is it the Valentine's dance? Is there, some great podcast idea? What would it be?
Probably the championship. Last year, sadly, we made it to the semifinals and we sadly lost. So this year is our redeem year. So we're right now 5-0. We're trying to get undefeated. Really, we want to really win this championship.
And Christian's dad is the coach. Mr. Lane has been coaching you for how long?
If we're counting AAU, 5 years.
It's rough when it's your dad, though, right? I mean, I used to coach my kids, and sometimes they would look at me and be like, "All right, leave me alone, Dad." I remember I used to coach softball, and I used to have the other dad coach my daughter, and I would coach his daughter because it's fun. It's your dad, but every once in a while you're like, "Coach, leave me alone."
Yeah, but my dad's different. He's different. He doesn't play daddy ball.
Okay.
He's more tougher on me than the other kids.
No, I was going to say that too. I was tougher on, I think, my kids. I think dads sometimes are a little tougher on their kid, but you'll come out of it. It's like polishing or putting pressure on coal. You'll come out a diamond. Okay, and that's how you're going to win the championship, Christian. What do you think when you see? I mean, he's in the 5th grade. I got to tell you something. If I'm in the 5th grade, I'm not good on a microphone. I couldn't say a word, and you're very well spoken. I mean, that must be as an administrator of a school to have students that are just ready to come in, talk about what's going on, are so well spoken. I think that's a testament to the last 5 years you've been here and what everybody does here at Southeast.
Oh, 100%. Obviously, I picked Christian for a reason, right? Not only as my student council president, but I know he's well spoken, right? And I think that he, is a product of our teachers here, of his parents, of the community, but a perfect example of how proud we are of leaders like Christian.
Building relationships, supporting the community, and service. These are the things that Country Financial stands for. They're more than just an office you may pass by as you drive through Evergreen Park. They're neighbors who lend a helping hand and support the fabric of your community, including charitable organizations, sports, financial education, and civic organizations. And since Country is already your neighbor, they want to get together and chat. Call your local Country Financial representative, Mike Thauer, today at 708-425-1559 to talk about the things that are important to you and how he can help you protect them. It is now time for your EP podcast, Word on the Street, brought to you by Spoken Vine Wine Bar and Bottle Shop, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie. An incredible new lunch menu. If you have not been in there to try it, I'm telling you right now, you're missing out. I can't wait until next week, because we're going to go back there as we do each and every month, talk with Frank Murray from the Evergreen Park Public Library, and try another item on that menu. The dinner menu, great as well. The small plates, great to share. They got those wine tasting events. You can sign up for them, see about everything going on at Spoken Vine at SpokenVineWines.com. There is a community blood drive Saturday, January 31st from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. at the Community Center here in Evergreen Park, 3450 West 97th Street. Schedule in advance to make a donation by calling 800-280-4102 or visit communityblood.org/donor with the sponsor code CO48. Know your medication, your travel history, and bring your photo ID. If you have unwanted or broken holiday lights, drop those off over at Village Hall through the end of the month, 9418 South Kedzie. If you have a Christmas tree that needs recycling, put it out by the curb by the end of the month. Flood Brothers handling both of those efforts. The Daniel Capuano Ice Rink is open for the season. They were on recently here on the EP podcast. If your family wants an open skate membership, the whole family, a family of four, $100, $25 for each additional family member. There's a full schedule. Check out evergreenpark-ill.com or call 708-229-3373 for more information. And when Flake Fest gets here on February the 7th in Evergreen Park, they're going to be offering free ice skating at the Capuano Ice Rink from 1 to 6 p.m. Open skate and skate rental, all free on that day, held over at the ice rink, 89th and Kedzie, all part of Flake Fest. The youth department has all kinds of things going on. And rather than run it down during your word on the street, I say we go visit Paisha Allen at the youth department and see everything they're doing here in the EP.
All right, a really cool segment today. I've been waiting to do this for a long time. Paisha Allen is with me from the youth department, and we are at, is this called the Youth Center, Paisha? What is this?
This is called the Youth Center Game Room, Chris.
A Youth Center Game Room, okay? So this is over at the Community Center, 3450 West 97th Street, okay, right near where Klein Park is, in one of the main hubs of Evergreen Park. And it's interesting, you come walking down here, these facilities kind of sneak up on you a little bit. You don't realize till you walk in the building. There's so much going on here. We're gonna take a look at this facility. We're gonna take a look at some things you got going on at the Maplewell Center. We're gonna talk about things going on with the youth department. But first, explain this: the kids. How do they get here? How do they get to be a part of it? What do they have to do, or what do the parents have to do so they can enjoy this?
Okay, so our youth center game room is open to all of our residents. All you have to do is fill out an emergency form. The parent would need to fill out an emergency form for the student to be able to participate in here. It's very simple. We do advertise it quite a bit.
What hours are they? Is it every day? Is it just weekdays? What are we looking at?
We're usually Monday through Friday, 3 to 6, but we do have extended hours if they're out of school early or they don't have school. We'll open a little bit earlier. In the summer, we have extended hours as well.
That's awesome. Take me around this room because you have so many different things going on. What is the most popular thing in the youth department or in the youth center?
If you're asking me, everything is popular in our youth center. The kids love it all.
That's funny.
I'm here every day, all day. We do get a lot of visitors, but I'm here all day.
What do you
and I
play
see
with?
them.
What do you play with in the youth center? Like, do you play? Are you a ping pong? Are you an air hockey? Are you playing pool? Like, what are you on Neo Geo over there? I haven't seen a Neo Geo since I was like 12. Like, I don't know where that came from. That's insane to me.
So I play whatever the kids ask me to play. So if they challenge me, Miss Paisha, do you want to play ping pong? How about you want to play a video game with me? It just depends on what they want to do.
What are you good at? What do they not want to? Is it NBA Jam?
I can't give
Are you
away
heating
all
up?
of my secrets.
No? I mean, like, seriously, is that what it is? Like, there's got to be something you're super good at. Like, there's something where they challenge you and you go, oh, I'm taking somebody to school.
Maybe ping pong.
Ping pong. There you go. Yeah, these kids don't know.
Yeah.
Everything's buttons and joysticks, and you're like, I'm going to beat you at an actual sport.
Yeah, I like to move around,
Right.
stay busy, stay moving.
Right, that's awesome. Okay, so besides the ping pong table, which we have over here to our left, you have a bunch of arcade games. Where do these come from? Because I know that collectors will grab arcade games, these stand-up arcade games, but like, is this like something that's budgeted? Is this something that's donated? Where does this come from?
So I believe originally the 4 arcade games right there, they were donated.
Okay. You got Miss Pac-Man, I see, as well.
That's a new one.
Okay.
We've had fundraisers through our Oktoberfest participation, and we were able to purchase Miss Pac-Man. That actually was a request from the kids. So it was exciting when we were able to transition to get the Pac-Man machine in the youth center. It was a big deal.
What is the thing in here that makes you the most nervous? Is it air hockey? Because I have pinched my fingers many a time playing air hockey. You get a kid puts their hand down there and wham, it goes right. And that's a life's lesson. You realize not to do that anymore. But what makes you most nervous in here?
I'm going to say Papa Shot basketball, Chris.
Is that
For
right?
Sure.
All right, take me through this. You got 2-on-2, or you got two can go head to head to try to beat each other. They're really close to each other. Are they bodying each other, like trying to put them up? Is there a little pushing, a little shoving, a little slapping at the basketball?
I'm going to just say our students have earned all of the basketball rules that's on the wall. They've earned those.
Oh, there's a lot of rules on that wall. There's a lot of no dunking. I'm sorry, you had to write no dunking on Papa Shot basketball. Who jumped into the hoop? That actually happened?
All of those rules have actually happened. So we have a high list of expectations for Papa Shot basketball.
Hold on, let me get this straight.
Prioritizing
Let
the
me get this
student
straight.
safety.
There's absolutely no. Who would even think I can make that and not fall through it? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we have to prioritize the student safety. So no dunking on Papa Shot. That's why we offer open gym basketball, Chris. At
Yes,
Maple
you do have open gym basketball. Before we go around the rest of the room, I got to see open gym volleyball recently. Now that's over at the Maple Wells Center, man, they were having a good time. I mean, I'll show some footage up here, but they were having a great time while they were out there. You were over there having a good time. So you don't always hang out here. Take me through what's going on over there.
So at the Maple Wells Center, we have open gym basketball, volleyball. That's just a big gym where we can have an array of programming. So right now, we offer open gym basketball and volleyball over there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And what is it? That's a fee, right, to get in there?
So that's $5 entry. It's
right.
Open, different ages, different days, different groups. So for volleyball, it's open to students 10 to 17.
Okay.
And it's Tuesday nights at the Maple Wells Center. All of our open gyms, there's a $5 entry. And to participate in open gym, the parents have to fill out an emergency form.
Yeah, well, open gym volleyball, what that showed me was the staff here likes to play with the teens, because I was watching that, and there were staff members playing along with the kids. This sometimes, like, I know you get paid for this, but this is a fun job, right?
I would say it's a fun job. I definitely appreciate my team, and we have a good time.
Yeah. So Maple Wells Center's got those two sports. Are there other things that you think about possibly? I mean, that's a newer thing that you guys get to use. I remember a couple years ago that didn't even exist. So that must be an exciting, like, new area for you to come up with ideas at.
Yeah, we try to fill the space. I remember going to the activity center. Now we're at the Maple Well Center. So we've always had a ton of programs and activities. It's just exciting to now be at the Maple Well Center.
All right, so now back around this room here, I see foosball. I'm terrible at that. Like, I have tried that so many times. I'm terrible at foosball, but then I also see 3 pretty good sized televisions, and I see the Fortnite on it. I'm sure they can play other games on there. Is that more or less popular than it used to be a year ago? Because I feel like Fortnite's fallen off. Like, what are they? Is it just Fortnite they play on there, or do they play other games?
They play all the other games, so many games. It just depends on how they're feeling, what they want to do. They'll switch it up every day.
Yeah, and crowd-wise, sometimes I would feel like a light crowd. Sometimes you probably are pretty packed in here. Are there days of the week that you feel like you get more kids in here, or is it when the weather is different? I mean, I remember when I worked at the 911 Center. First hot day, we were going to have a busy day out there, right? Like, is it the same way with the youth center or no?
No, it just depends on the day. It could be, I wish I could tell you exactly how many kids we get in here a day. It just depends on what's going on. It could be a basketball game going on in the community. They might not participate in the youth center. Or we could have an event in the youth center, like our Valentine's event or a St. Patrick's. Our green tasting is coming up. They may come in for that. It just depends on the day. And
the pool table, we've heard them back here. They're playing. That also seems to be a very popular thing while they're out here. That would make me nervous as well. I mean, I remember I've had relatives that had pool tables, and the amount of rules that were given so I didn't scratch the felt. Does that make you nervous? Because it seems like it's in good shape. Like, I'm not trying to say the kids are rowdy here, because to be honest with you, I think back in my day, this pool table would be ruined. So they obviously are very respectful of the equipment.
Yeah, so in the youth center, we create a climate culture where it's necessary to be respectful of the equipment. That's the only way everybody gets a fair chance to play, and we keep it in good condition. So I don't tend to get nervous about too much.
That's good.
But I will tell you again, the students have earned all the expectations on the walls. So we even have pool expectations, Chris.
Awesome. Let's go take a look at the sewing class. Mm-hmm. That's another now, is that a youth department thing as well? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you get what age group does that, and tell me about this program.
So our instructor, Teresa Tribble, she teaches sewing. She's amazing. We do have class Tuesdays and Wednesdays and different times, and it's open to students 10 to 18. She is offering a hand sewing class. We have opened that up to 9 to 18. So it just depends on what you're interested in.
Yeah, I feel like I have to take one myself, to be honest with you. Like, you have any? We may need an adult sewing class, okay? Because right now, my poor daughter is the one that, like, when something rips in the house, I'm like, well, she knows how to sew, right? Like that, and I feel guilty doing that. So now I feel like I have to learn how to do this as well. Do the kids pick it up really easily? I would imagine the younger they are, the quicker they pick up skills like that.
I'm going to say at this point, they are picking up the skill, but they enjoy the social.
Yeah.
At this age group, they enjoy sewing with friends.
Tell me a little bit about why it's important, that social aspect. I think we've talked about it before when you were on the show. I mean, it's very easy for young people today to get home from school, put a headset on, and stare at a computer screen for 8 hours. Mm-hmm. And yeah, they're talking with their friends, but they're in their room. And I say this as my 17-year-old son stands off to the side, and that's what he does. So I'm kind of making fun of him as I'm telling this story here. But like, tell me a little bit about why that social interaction is important.
So, Chris, it's super important for our students to have the social activity. It definitely builds essential social, emotional skills like sharing, negotiating, empathy. Through our programs, we foster their independence. We foster stronger friendships and teamwork. It boosts the cognitive abilities through problem solving and creativity, and it also improves communication.
Tell me about what's coming up with the youth department.
Okay, so coming up soon, we have our community food drive. We're always looking to give back, stocking up for the spring, Neighbors Helping Neighbors. We ask that you donate February through April. You can donate peanut butter, jelly, cereal, canned goods, mac and cheese, canned tuna, canned soup, pasta, and pasta sauce. Also laundry soap. It all goes to the food pantry. That would help a great deal, February through April. Super important. We have Creative Hour every month.
Oh, you were telling me about this. So explain this to me. This is just a way to kind of get the artist out and doing something?
Yes, so I am huge on talking to my students, seeing what they need, what they want. We have a lot of artists out there. Our students are brilliant, and they have creative minds, and we created a program, Creative Hour. So every month we have a different project that they can work on. The program is growing. We do offer it. We have it in January 15th. Our next one will be February 12th. I'm not sure when this show is airing, but if you missed the January 15th.
The January 15th is over by now, okay? But that's
If you're
okay.
going to miss the
That's
January
okay. If you have a time
15th.
machine, January 15th. But
Join
really,
us
the
for-
February one, February 12th, I would
February
imagine it's going to
12th.
be very Valentine's.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So our just in time for the holidays, the Valentine holiday, create a painted wooden heart craft, ideal for personal keepsake or as a meaningful gift to a friend.
Yeah.
That's the
You big on the
project.
Valentine's Day? Is that like a thing?
Everything's a thing in here. I work with my students.
I'm not big on the Valentine's at all.
I'm big on
Paisha, I
everything.
purposely don't date in February so I don't have to buy anything. Like I go into hibernation from mid-January until St. Patrick's Day to avoid the whole Valentine's Day thing.
Well, we already decorated the youth
I know, I
center.
see it.
It's already
it's
ready.
giving me the creepy
It's already
crawlies.
ready for the holidays. And if you come the day after Valentine's Day, it'll be ready for St. Patrick's Day.
Awesome. Very, very cool. A lot of things going on. Okay. And again, these kids can get over here and enjoy this center and all the things that are here. And I got to tell you something, this would be something I'd be hanging out in all the time back in my day. Once again, we have this incredible center, 3450 West 97th Street, Maple Well Center, where we have the volleyball, we have the basketball, the sewing class back over here at the community center, and so many different programs. Make sure you check all of them out. And if you don't have your kid registered and signed up so they can come in here, I don't know what you're waiting for, but this is a great way to get them out of the house and give them some social skills and get them some interaction with other kids. And it seems to be a very, very calm, very nice little community that you built here, which I think is great.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem.
And if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, EP Youth, DEPT, or Facebook, Evergreen Park Youth Department, or we can be reached at 708-229-3377.
Thanks so much, Paisha.
No problem, Chris. Thank you.
It's the EP Podcast. All things Evergreen Park. It's the EP Podcast. Evergreen Park.